Time to pull up a chair. We've got another great story for you today in the rLounge. Guess what? Mothers are humans too. They make mistakes, and they're all learning as they go. But that won't stop them from trying to win the Mother of the Year award. Today on rLounge, we meet some sore losers. Up first, a mother whose first instinct wasn't motherhood. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to pay my sister's medical bills? Original post, September 4th, 2023. My parents had me at 16. They were both in high school. After I was born, my father dropped out to work full-time and take care of me, so my bio mother could stay in school. Eventually, after finishing high school, she realized that motherhood wasn't for her and left my dad and me. I was 2, so I don't really remember her being around. After that, my father worked 3 times as hard to provide for me. He also met a nice woman whom he later married when I was 7. I consider her my mom. I'll call her my stepmother to avoid confusion. My bio mother didn't contribute in any way, not even financially. In fact, the last time she contacted me before now was on my 3rd birthday, which was just a quick happy birthday card through the mail. I never had ill feelings towards her decision because I had my dad, mom, and brother, who filled the emptiness she left. My parents had never said anything negative about her. Her leaving me was not something I thought about every day, so you can imagine my confusion when she reached out on social media to talk. I thought about it for days before I agreed. We met at a restaurant for the first time in 25 years. It was awkward small talk at the beginning before we delved into why she left. My bio mother teared up while explaining why. She suffered from postpartum depression and felt trapped by the constant cycle, so she felt compelled to leave. She explained why she reached out and made it clear she didn't leave because of me. Of course, I sympathized with her, as I saw my stepmom go through postpartum depression with my brother and saw how much it affected her. We met a couple more times before I was invited to meet her new family. She had a husband and also had 3 children, 13 female, 11 male, and 7 female. After weeks of this, I had my most recent meet-up with my bio mother. She looked distressed while greeting me, so I asked if anything happened. She then explained to me in a quick response that her oldest daughter, 13 female, has health issues. I won't say what due to how sensitive it is. She explained she needs $25,000 for medication and has accumulated medical bills of $20,000. She asked if I could pay it off. For context, after graduating and receiving my postgraduate diploma, I landed my dream job that earned a good sum of money. I'm certain she may have heard about where my job was from somewhere and saw it as an opportunity. She gave me time to think about it. It didn't take long for me to say no to it. I felt used and exploited. She never wanted to meet me. She just wanted money from the child she left to help the other child that she loves. After giving her my response, which wasn't much, just a simple, "No, I don't feel comfortable with that," through text, I was soon bombarded with text messages from her husband telling me what a nasty piece of work I was, followed by more texts from my bio mother about how I'm so cruel for not helping out my sister due to my grudge against her. And then, to top it all off, I was getting more messages from family members from her side of the family questioning why I'm being so difficult. So, am I really terrible for not paying off my half-sister's medication and medical bills? Ask for an opinion, you'll get it from the comments. First one, info, not that it really matters, but did she even pay child support to your father? Because if she didn't, she might owe you $20,000. The OP replied, the only thing she paid for after leaving was a $3 birthday card. Huh. Another comment from the OP says, I'm glad she showed what she really wanted early on, so I could cut her off quickly. Also, my mom adopted me when I was 6. You're absolutely not a terrible person for saying no. How dare she come back and use you like that? I'm so sorry, OP, but you did the right thing. The fact that she just shows up out of nowhere one day was fishy to begin with. Block them all, and don't let that type of energy into your life again. It's a good thing she left. She doesn't deserve a child like you. You are so well off without her. It's up to her to figure out how to take care of her family. And who's to say she's actually telling the truth about her daughter having health issues? Update September 4th, 2023. Hey everyone, thanks for the feedback and support. I just wanted to answer some questions and provide some clarity. I've learned more about what was happening in my bio mom's family. First of all, I questioned why she had 3 more children despite her postpartum depression. It turns out that she and her husband found out early on about the severity of their first daughter's illness. They had 2 additional children, 11 male and 7 female, as savior siblings for their oldest daughter's medical treatment. Neither of them were matches. I've currently blocked her and her husband. I didn't go into this expecting to reconnect with my bio mom. That wasn't the plan. I already have a mom and I didn't need another one. I just wanted to give her a chance to explain herself. I never wanted a mother-daughter bond, just to be cordial or friendly. My family supported me in meeting my bio parent and I didn't blindside them. I'm happy with my own family and don't need her to complete it. It's not her leaving that bothers me, it's her current actions. But even through all of that, I will sympathize with her only on the basis that she suffered with postpartum depression. When my bio mom left, my grandparents and biological aunt stood by my dad. They raised me alongside my parents. They say she's always been mentally unstable and manipulative. I feel bad for my half-sister, but I can't give her the money. Sometimes, I wish I had ignored my bio mom from the beginning. Also, I blocked the strangers calling my phone a while back. Just forgot to add that in. Let's get a couple more comments from the community. You made the right call not sending her a cent. She had 2 more children after her eldest for the purpose of one of them being a savior sibling. That's more sickening. But even after reading the update, I'm more concerned about the children than before. Your egg donor and her husband don't seem to be people who should be allowed to raise children. The next comment says, I like how OP's mother didn't show her face until she wanted something from OP. That woman was very calculated and precise about how she tried to manipulate OP into paying, from making sure that OP met the family to waiting weeks before she asked. I'm glad OP was able to read the writing on the wall and had a good family to show her what family really is, so she didn't confuse it and chase her mother's love. That never existed for her. The comments are right. You made the right call. And the fact that she has 2 other children she's trying to use and abuse? Wow, despicable. It's so nice that you have a family that loves and supports you and a mother who is actually there for you. It's a blessing in disguise that you met up with her, OP, even though you knew you didn't need her before. It's just that added closure. What do you make of this? Would you have gone to meet her? Why or why not? Next up, an OP just trying to do his job. Am I the a-hole for telling a mom her kid isn't special? Original post July 28th, 2023. I, 35 male, work for a bus company that's hired by camps and schools to drive school buses. Right now, part of my job is a summer camp bus route. One of my big rules is that there's no spray sunscreen on the bus. The windows have to be kept up because of the AC, so the sunscreen stinks up the place, and I don't want to be breathing it in. Most kids follow this rule just fine, but one kid, R, 7 male, has the same conversation with the bus counselors every day. He says his mom wants him to sunscreen on the bus. The counselors tell him he has to wait until we get to camp. Sometimes it ends there. Sometimes the conversation repeats a few times because he's 7 and doesn't get why mom's rules and the bus rules are different. A few days ago, R's mom storms up onto the bus at the morning stop and gets in my face. She says that some high school dropout with a job an idiot could do would never get how hard being a working mom is, and how dare I make her kid wait even a few minutes in the sun once he's at the camp without sunscreen. Now, I'm not usually one to fight, but I'm a pretty small guy, 5'6", 130 pounds, and this lady was probably bigger than me, but I yelled back at her that she isn't special, her kid isn't special, and I'm not going to bend the rules when other working parents seem to follow them just fine. The bus counselors made her get off, but of course she called the camp and complained. They reviewed the tapes and talked to me and bus counselors, and I'm in the clear. The lady is no longer allowed to drop her kid off, so the dad has to. Pretty much everyone, my supervisor, the camp director, the counselors, even some of the older kids, have expressed that I'm in the right here. The only person making me question myself is my wife, 33 female. She told me that a man should never yell at a woman no matter what, and that I could never understand the pressures a working mom goes through because I don't have a real job and should have just bent the rules. I told her why I can't do that, but she just shook her head at me and has been mad the past few days. To be clear, my wife and I don't have any kids besides our dog, and we both grew up with 2 working parents. I was sure I was in the right, but now my wife has me wondering if I'm the a-hole. Verdict? Not the a-hole. Another relevant comment from OP. A commentator had said, not the a-hole, your wife is wrong and a terrible wife to be honest. Driving a bus is a real job. The OP replied, I wouldn't go as far as to say she's a terrible wife. I do love her after all. I just think she doesn't get where I'm coming from. She works as a data analyst and has a bachelor's, and sometimes I think she's embarrassed to be married to a bus driver who barely graduated high school. But hey, one of us gets drawings from grateful kids and gift cards at Christmas, and one of us knows how Excel works. What the heck does she mean you don't have a real job? A job is a job. Doesn't matter what it is as long as you're paying the bills. All people are equal. If someone yells in your face, why should you take it? This mom was in the wrong. Why should you bend the rules for one kid? They have to learn the world doesn't revolve around them. Update, October 4th, 2023. Hey, I know it's been a while since I posted, so I wanted to add what I think may change some of the opinions about my wife being an a-hole in this situation. Things were kind of tense. but a couple of weeks after the incident, she sat me down and told me she was pregnant. The stress about my job, about being a working mom, about our finances in general, are what made her lash out at me the way she did. She apologized and I forgave her. The baby is doing well, knock on wood, and my wife and I have discussed me going to night school to at least finish out my GED. It's something I always planned to do, but life gets in the way, you know? After night school, I don't know if I'm planning on getting any sort of degree until we're settled more. For now, I'm still driving buses. The school year is well underway, so I'm not dealing with any sunscreen right now. Thank the Lord. Congratulations, OP. I'm glad you and your wife were able to talk it out. Wishing you and the family the best. What do you make of all this? Would you have just let the kid put the sunscreen on while they were on the bus? Let us know in the comments below. Lastly, a mother would rather watch others discipline her children. Am I the a-hole for posting videos of my niece and nephew misbehaving in response to my sister's complaints that I did not want them at my birthday dinner? My sister, Angel, claims to use hands-off parenting with my niece, Sophia, and nephew, Parker. In actuality, Angel is entirely permissive and refuses to discipline them. She expects other adults to step in when Sophia and Parker's behavior is getting out of hand. For this reason, I asked Angel to get a babysitter for Sophia and Parker if she wanted to attend my 27th birthday. I love Sophia and Parker as their aunt, and at the same time, I want a peaceful evening to celebrate my birthday instead of dealing with Sophia and Parker's behavior because I know Angel isn't going to discipline them herself. Angel acted understanding when I made the request and explained my reasons to her in person. But then she went online and made a Facebook post accusing me of hating Sophia and Parker and trying to punish Angel by only inviting our sister Jessica's kid, Megan, to my birthday dinner. Never mind that Megan is 17 and is practically an adult herself. Several of our relatives and mutual acquaintances called me out and said I was an a-hole and was excluding a 10 and 7-year-old. I responded to Angel's post by sharing 2 videos of Sophia and Parker misbehaving while Angel did nothing. The first video was a recording taken by Megan, where Sophia and Parker were throwing tantrums and yelling at her. Megan was trying to calm Sophia and Parker down while Angel was on her tablet ignoring the situation. The other video was one that Angel took. Sophia and Parker were yelling, throwing toys at each other, and Parker even called her sister a bad word. Angel was laughing as if it were funny and was again doing nothing to discipline Sophia or Parker. I wrote alongside the videos that I love Sophia and Parker as their aunt, but at the same time, I want a peaceful evening to celebrate my birthday, and I don't want to be stuck disciplining Sophia and Parker because clearly Angel won't. Angel ended up not coming to my birthday at all. My parents told me that I was in the wrong for sharing these videos because everyone's children have acted up and posting those videos didn't accomplish anything besides embarrassing Angel. They also said I could have compromised by having a nobody under 18 rule for my birthday dinner. Megan would not be able to attend, but then Sophia and Parker wouldn't feel excluded. I do not see how that would be fair to myself or Megan. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to make compromises for my birthday dinner? Edit. Hello. I wanted to clarify some common concerns about the videos. Firstly, both me and Angel's Facebooks are private, so the only people who are able to view the videos are people who either I or Angel have added as friends. A stranger will not be able to see them. Angel had already posted the video that she recorded of Sophia and Parker misbehaving, so I merely linked it. Megan had already posted the video that she recorded, just on a different social media platform. I'm uncertain if Megan's social media is private, but no strangers were able to view the video from mine and Angel's Facebook accounts. Now let's check on the community for the verdict. First up, not the a-hole. Angel attempted to get social sympathy and you smacked it right down. Good for you. Next judgment, not the a-hole. Angel went to the internet looking for sympathy and tried to have the internet gang up on you. You just presented the internet with all the facts instead of just Angel's side of the story. Besides, it's your birthday. One more reaction, not the a-hole. She's a bad parent and needs to be shamed. Those kids are not prepped to live their lives as normal people. If Angel claims hands-off parenting rule and expects others to discipline her children, then she should be surprised when her children aren't invited to events when other people don't want to take care of them. You aren't in the wrong here at all, OP. This is your birthday. You shouldn't be concerned about another person's kids all night. What are your thoughts? Thank you for following along today on rLounge. Before you go, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you have something you want to share regarding today's content, we want to hear it. Until next time.